It's official, as Shams Charania of ESPN reports, that the Cavaliers are going to have to move on from Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome will move on from the Cavaliers on to other suitors, many other suitors in the NBA. Hey everyone, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest. Really busy weekend for the Cavaliers. They trade for Lonzo Ball. They re-up Sam Merrill. We covered both of those for you on the channel, both yesterday and leading up to. So another great reason to subscribe. You won't be out of the know when these things happen. You won't be shocked when these things happen. You'll be informed and entertained and kept up to date as we make these decisions. So we appreciate everybody who is subscribed. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. If you are and you want to see the channel grow or let other people know, send it along. We're just past the 1 year mark and at 2,300 subscribers. So we'd like to see that continue. We'd like to see that grow. We appreciate everybody who is in on it right now. It's a really great time to be in on the channel. Cavaliers are growing. They're going for it, I feel like. They're trying to make moves, so we're going to keep an eye on that and update you with all of those things. So, Shams Charania of ESPN reporting that after the trade for Lonzo Ball, after the re-signing of Sam Merrill, it looks like the Cavs are going to have to be done with Ty Jerome. It looks like Ty Jerome will move on from the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to get the Shams tweet popped up here, as this is something I think a lot of people saw coming, right? Definitely something people were worried about, people were anxious about, and Ty Jerome had one hell of a season for the Cavaliers. You cannot even argue that he was more than a surprise, and it really was out of nowhere because you signed him really to fill that Raul Neto, that Ricky Rubio, that spot that had been filled a couple times over the years, and you sign him and he immediately gets hurt, right? He got hurt almost immediately, hurt his ankle, and missed the entire year. I think he played like 2 games, maybe even 2 preseason games last year. And then this year just comes out on fire. 6 Man of the Year numbers, highly competitive for the Cavs. Arguing, and I saw some great points from people down in the comments. Again, if you want to comment, I do read them. I know Matt reads them. He won you games. I remember games jumping on here with a post-game reaction where Ty Jerome, down the stretch, had hit some huge floaters, clutch buckets, long threes, and won you games, right? And I remember thinking that was super interesting because that point kind of got lost on me too into this free agency thing. That really, you owe him probably 5 wins. He just did that for you during the season, and he really filled that role of point guard. Unfortunate what happened in the playoffs, right? That's kind of the big thing that we'll shoot to in a second. This is a guy, I'm super interested to see how people feel because I think it's a really split world right now with Ty Jerome, because this was our guy, right? This was the 6 Man of the Year we're fighting for. We're loving him with DeAndre Hunter round 2. We think that's really fun. We'd been searching for this backup point guard for a couple years now, and he's filling that role. And then a terrible playoff. There's no doubt about it. There's no debate to be had. He was really bad. He came up really short when it mattered most. Like, if you'd have told me in February or March that Darius Garland was going to get hurt, I would say, dang, that really sucks, but I think Ty Jerome can step up and fill that need. Right? You really felt like he could do it. And not only did he not step up and fill that Garland role, he shrunk to his old role. He became unplayable off the bench. That's how bad Ty Jerome was in the playoffs. So the fan base, of course, he became a joke. He cost himself millions, in my opinion. Really shrunk. And yes, I think the fan base turned for a while, but it really seems like as he exits, people are upset that Ty Jerome's leaving. They wanted him to stay. They wanted the Cavs to find him a spot and the money and all that with this team. So my first question is, did you want Ty Jerome coming back? I think that's a big question that I'm interested to see from people, right? Did you want him back on the roster no matter what it took? Pre-Lonzo, pre-Sam Merrill, because we'll get to that in a second. That definitely seems connected, of course. Did you want Ty Jerome back on the Cavaliers next season? For me, personally, if you are competing for a championship, if you are trying to find the formula to get it done, the formula to make it happen, if someone proves to you they can't get it done in the playoffs, that's it for me. okay? I cut it off at that point. If you can't show up, get it done, or even be your regular self, right? I mean, some guys step up and do more. Some guys I'm just asking them to be their regular selves. You can't do it in the playoffs. That's it for me. He shrunk hard. He looked like a high school basketball player out there. His floater died. His three ball died. Defense was never there. Couldn't even get the ball up the court, making huge mistakes. That's it for me. There's no reason to not only bring you back, but give you a raise. Find a way to give you a raise into the second apron. That's my personal opinion on Ty Jerome. Okay? So I'm a big, if you don't show up in the playoffs, that's it for me. That's why I'm tasking Darius Garland to be healthy for this year. That's why I am tasking, I tasked Max Strus many times in the past to get up and get going. Thankfully, we traded Niang. I didn't need to challenge him, but and look, Strus got it done. So, Koby Altman, that's the next point of all this. I gave him a lot of credit for the Lonzo's trade. Matt broke down the Sam Merrill situation. He's getting aggressive. He has a similar mindset to myself, okay? Ty Jerome, now I'm sure if Koby Altman could pay Ty Jerome still with all this, he would. But he assessed Ty Jerome did not help enough, could not step up, and did not do enough for us in the postseason. I don't want to hear about the Sixth Man of the Year race. I don't want to hear at this point about the games that were won for you by Ty Jerome. I already broke those down. He made a decision to go with Lonzo Ball. A guy who can defend, a guy who can move the ball, a guy who looked really, really good in his time with the Chicago Bulls last season, letting you know his knee feels good. He hurt his wrist at the end of the year. So he made that decision, right? And then he furthered it by putting more money into a Sam Merrill re-signing. Could you still go get Ty Jerome? Maybe. I think there's a ton you would have to move around. You'd have to... Dan Gilbert might have to sell one of his Florida homes or something to really pay that off. But there's a decision made by Koby Altman to go with Lonzo and Sam Merrill instead of Ty Jerome. I believe that. I believe they sat down and said, I think we're going to lose Ty. And right now, I mean, Ty Jerome, it's funny. He's got options, guys. I know the Kings were involved. The Jazz were involved. I've now seen the Grizzlies involved as a suitor for him. So Ty Jerome is going to have options. Cavs could have got him for a mid-level. That's really all they could have done at 14 or 15 million. I think he might get more towards 20. The NBA is just really, really crazy right now, but it looks like the end. It looks like it's officially done with Sham saying, they're going to have to move on from him. I was just watching Bobby Marks of ESPN break down all the free agency and trades, which, by the way, I know he hadn't talked yet in that Lonzo trade segment, but Bobby Marks essentially saying, yeah, Lonzo, that's a big one. That's going to be a big move for the Cavaliers. That he was really good last season, and when they bring him back, he'll look really good. But he noted that's it for the Cavs as far as Ty Jerome goes. They can't get back in on that sweepstakes. The money being thrown at him right now by these two teams. And one last thing before I let you go. Ty Jerome's had one heck of a battle through injuries, battle through getting cut, waived, second round or undrafted, I can't remember. But, I mean, he has made it all out of all that. If he wants his payday, if this is it, fully deserved, I'll support him on that. And you'll support us subscribing to Cavs Digest.